be a room in a private home or the empty lobby in a building that houses attorneys' offices. Allison sits in a chair looking grim and thoughtful. Beside her is a medium-sized box with flaps open. She drinks with not much satisfaction from a Starbucks cup and sighs. After a second, Evan rushes in breathless, glancing at his watch. He notices Allison, catches his breath, adjusts his hair and clothes, and tries to appear casual.
Hey, hello. Traffic was terrible. There was an accident on 5th Avenue. Yikes. So, I'm really sorry to be a little late.
A little late. Yeah, you're late. More than a little, I'd say. It's 3:15. The reading of the will was at 2.
Yes, well, traffic was. Anyway, I'm sorry. So sorry. So very sorry.
So what? So very what, should I say? What difference does it make? The reading of the will was a non-event, of course, just what we should have expected.
What do you mean?
What I mean is that old Daddy Willie found a way to be weird and stubborn and screw everyone over. Excuse me, almost everyone, just like always.
What did the will say? What was wrong with it?
He screwed us over. That's what was wrong with it. Did you have any idea how much money that old man had?
I never cared. He was comfortable. His house was paid for. It was none of my business.
Oh, come on. You mean as the years went by, you were never even curious about his finances? What he'd saved, if he'd invested wisely?
He was my grandfather, not a stock portfolio, and not a lottery ticket either.
Here we go, St. Evan, same stuff I've heard all my life.
And this sounds like the same sour, selfish bitching I've heard all my life.
Well, you may not be so saintly once you learn how old Daddy Willie divvied things up, how your beloved grandfather left almost everything he had.
To an orphanage and a veterinary hospital, yeah, I know.
You know?
I've known for a long time, Allison. When I was in high school, I drove Willie around when he changed banks. I helped him move stuff to a new safety deposit box. I saw that his will was in there and went to the bathroom. I read it. I'm not proud of it, but there it is.
You shit. You knew and didn't tell me.
I knew and didn't care.
Between his house and his savings and some rent houses I'd never heard of.
I'd heard of them. I painted all 3 the summer before last. We refinished the floors, too. I think I inhaled about 3 pounds of wood.
God. Well, all of that together is worth about $500,000. The lawyer says it all has to be sold off and then Yahoo! It's celebration day for the orphans and the animals. So what if you screw your grandchildren?
I read it, remember? Look, Willie was an orphan. He never forgot that. And he wanted to be a veterinarian. He loved animals. But he joined the army and then got married as soon as he got home. It just never happened.
Yeah, cry me a river.
The point is, we didn't get screwed.
Oh no, I'll have a lavish lifestyle on that big $5,000. I'll never have to work for the rest of my life, right?
You're unbelievable.
Oh, but you're perfectly happy with $5,000, right? Oh wait, I forgot. Old Daddy Willie left you a box of comic books and his unicycle. Well, that changes everything.
It doesn't change anything. Because I've always known Willie loved me and I loved him. I'm proud to have the comic books. You know why?
I don't care. Nobody would care about those fucking comic books but you. All the stuff he left is just crap anyway.
Because the summer before I had my back surgery and I had to lie flat for months, Willie sat every day by my bed and read those fucking comic books to me. And so for an hour or so, I was a little less freaked out than I was the rest of the time. I was 9 years old and they didn't even know if I was going to be able to walk. Mom was like a zombie, and Dad couldn't even look me in the eye, and you just bitched because nobody knocked themselves out to take you swimming or shopping or whatever to keep you entertained.
I was a child too, remember?
And nothing has changed. As for the unicycle, Willie wanted to teach me how to ride it, but I wasn't interested. I was too into my friends and soccer and stuff, and I didn't make the time. I wish I had.
Boo-hoo. Let me tell you this, I'm not making any time in my life for those stupid, moldy old cookbooks he left me. That stuff is headed straight to the dumpster.
You can't throw these away. Willie probably loved these books. He loved cooking, and I'm sure a lot of them belonged to our grandmother. I know we never knew it, but still.
Exactly, moron. She died before I was even born. Why would I care about the recipe for meatloaf? Didn't even keep Mother's cookbooks when she died. I told Dad I didn't care.
You threw Mom's cookbooks away?
No, because your beloved grandfather stopped me. He took them. I'm sure they're mixed up in that mess too. They've come back to haunt me.
For a moment, they don't speak. Allison sighs and drinks her coffee while Evan rummages through the box. He stops to examine one book in particular. He opens the front cover and reads what is written inside.
Yeah, Allison, you're right. Toss all this shit. There's nothing here you'd want to keep. December 3rd, 1991.
It's my birthday.
Mm-hmm. Dear Amanda, I know it's usually mothers who give items such as cookbooks to their daughters, and I'm not suggesting that a newborn little girl, you'll have a lot of time for cooking in the next few years.
What are you reading? Let me see that. Damn it, Evan!
But as I hope as the years go by, you'll find recipes in this book that will become favorites for your family. I know that's what your mom would wish for, too, and remember, as you go through the years making lunches and dinners and snacks and holiday meals, you'll also be making memories. Love, Daddy. Wait, here's my favorite part. P.S. Remember, I still want a grandson. As soon as you can, get back in the lab.
Can I have that, please?
I'll just toss it back in the box.
Evan!
I can drop him in a dumpster if you want.
Evan!
You don't want to mess with that stuff anyway. It's just crap.
Evan! Okay,
Say no more.
hold on. I have 3 short things to say to you.
Fire when ready.
Okay. Number 1, I'm sorry.
Uh-huh.
Number 2, thank you. And number 3, why don't you go practice on your unicycle or something?
Gotcha. Later.
Evan hands her the book. She resumes her seat and begins to examine the book. Ta-da! That's it.